really an unusual person.
All the girls call him Daddy. He was
you wouldn't have dreamt of having a
That's great.
We dated for 1 week.
bouncer.
It was good to have Scott at the party no matter what.
This huge fight.
Oh, I'm just here for the free food.
This kind of started
sort of stoic.
He's so big and so intimidating. Interesting character.
He's a good dad.
I had sex with Scott.
Scott is just so unusual because, you know, he is like a marshmallow jelly cake gummy bear. And when you look at him, I mean, if you don't know him and you just look at him, he's very menacing. And he's totally the opposite of everything that he looks like.
Back then you actually had to have people guard your bag while you were on stage because you could come back to nothing. So he was always backstage. It was really, you know, funny and just such a big guy to be helping out the queens. It was perfect.
People sort of had to go out there. There was no internet. There wasn't like 5 billion channels on TV, and it was like for us youngsters in the East Village, it was very exciting, and people went out and had fun, and we wanted to have fun.
It's weird because when you meet Scott, he's like such a fun like person, but there's, you know, by looking at the artwork that there's clearly a darker side there. He puts it all out there, so I think it's great, you know, that he has that outlet, and that he does it in a way that's very interesting. You know, the way he mixes it up with like the water colors really kind of, it bleeds, and you have like big open areas, but then you've got like really tiny details inside, and I like that when you've got big expanses of color and then like real tight areas where there's lots of detail.
Has Scott ever thrown you out of a club that he's worked at?
Well, maybe if I got a little carried away. I'm a very sexual person, so I may have been on my knees praying to the Lord, and someone came by and something happened and it was not appropriate, and I'm sorry, Scott. I may have even got a little urine on me in the mix of it all, but he did escort me out of the club.